In fact, some nutrients, such as vitamin C, may even be more concentrated in dehydrated food. The types of food that can be dehydrated. Almost any food can be dehydrated, but some are more suited to dehydration than others. Fruits and vegetables are the most commonly dehydrated foods because they are readily available and can be easily preserved with dehydration methods. Meats, grains, and beans can also be dehydrated, but they require more time and preparation. Fruits such as apples, pears, and bananas are popular choices for dehydration. These fruits can be sliced and dried to make tasty snacks that are perfect for on-the-go or as a quick pick-me-up. Vegetables such as carrots, sweet potatoes, and zucchini are also commonly dehydrated. These vegetables can be sliced or grated and dried to make snacks or for use in soups, stews, and casseroles. Beef, pork, and chicken are the most commonly dehydrated meats. These meats are sliced and dried to make jerky, which is a popular snack food in many cultures. Grains such as rice and quinoa can be dehydrated and stored for future use. By removing the moisture, the grains can be stored without fear of spoilage for months to years. Dehydration in combination with other preservation methods. Dehydration is often combined with other preservation methods to increase the shelf life of food even further. For example, dehydrated food can be canned, frozen, or vacuum sealed for long-term storage. Canning involves packing food into glass jars and then boiling the jars to create a vacuum seal. This process kills any microorganisms that may still be present and extends the shelf life of the food even further. Freezing is another method of food preservation that is often used in conjunction with dehydration. Dehydrated food can be frozen to ensure that it lasts even longer. Vacuum sealing is a technique that involves removing the air from a package and sealing it shut. This process prevents the growth of microorganisms and extends the shelf life of the food. In addition to the methods discussed in this article, there are many other creative ways to dehydrate food. For instance, dehydrating food in a solar oven is a popular method for those who want to reduce their energy consumption. It works by using the power of the sun to dry out the food. Another method is using a car to dehydrate food. This may sound odd, but it's an effective way to dehydrate food quickly and inexpensively. Simply lay the food out on a tray and place it on the dashboard of a car parked in the sun. The heat from the sun and the heat trapped in the car will dry out the food in a matter of hours. It's important to remember that not all foods are suitable for dehydration, and some may require additional preparation before drying. For instance, it's not recommended to dehydrate dairy products, as they do not dry well and can pose a risk for bacterial growth. Additionally, some vegetables may need to be blanched before dehydrating to help maintain their color and texture. Be sure to research the specific food item you want to dehydrate to ensure it is safe and will dry properly. Desalination, a solution for water scarcity. Desalination, a solution for water scarcity. Water is life. This age-old adage may not seem relevant to many during the current times as water scarcity issues continue to become more rampant. Freshwater shortage is a global crisis, and it is predicted to worsen shortly. The United Nations estimates that by 2025, at least half of the world's population will reside in countries that experience water scarcity. In the face of such a crisis, desalination has emerged as a potential solution to tackle the global freshwater shortage. Desalination is essentially a process that removes salt and other minerals from seawater, brackish water, and groundwater to produce potable water. This process can either happen using thermal, membrane, or electrodialysis technologies. Although there are relatively few desalination plants globally, it has the potential to transform the water supply paradigm. By 2030, the UN projects that the number of people requiring freshwater will increase by 50%, owing to population growth, industrialization, and urbanization. In this context, the advantage of desalination is that it can tap into an inexhaustible source of water, the ocean. The Middle East leads the world with desalination plants producing nearly 70% of the world's desalinated water. As a region that is mostly self-reliant, the Middle East has developed infrastructure and invested in technology to meet the increasing demand for water. Here, desalination is vital to human survival and economic development. However, this process is energy-intensive, thus raising concerns about sustainability and costs. Desalination significantly contributes to reducing water scarcity in places where freshwater sources are limited and the demand for water is high. Many countries, such as Australia, Israel, and Saudi Arabia, do not have enough natural water resources to meet demand, thus making desalination an ideal solution. Desalination plants play a massive role in meeting water demands in the most arid areas worldwide, including California, the Mediterranean, and North Africa. The city of San Diego, California, provides a good example of the benefits of desalination for communities plagued by water scarcity. The Carlsbad desalination plant produces up to 54 million gallons of freshwater daily. This plant meets close to 10% of San Diego County's water demands. The plant provides the city with a drought-resilient water supply and has helped reduce reliance on imported water from other regions such as the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta and the Colorado River. Desalination has also become increasingly affordable over time. The cost of producing freshwater through desalination has progressively reduced over the last 30 years. In 1990, it would cost $3 to make a cubic meter of desalinated water, whereas today, it would cost 53 cents. This is equivalent to a drop in the cost of desalination by 80%. The reduction in cost has been primarily due to technical innovation, more efficient energy consumption, and better plant design. Desalination plants come with some environmental risks. Brine, a byproduct of the process, is saline water and has the potential to damage marine life. Furthermore, the plants require substantial energy to purify seawater, which could result in the higher emission of greenhouse gases. The plant's discharges must be carefully monitored to ensure that the environment is not adversely affected. Despite the associated risks, the potential benefits of desalination are enormous. They can improve the quality of life for millions of people, provide a source for water to achieve economic growth, and ensure food security through efficient irrigation. Governments across the world have taken notice of the potential of desalination and are increasingly investing in the technology. The United Arab Emirates, UAE, is an excellent example of a country heavily invested in desalination.